Michelin, a better way forward.
The first look at the latest concept tyres from the Goodyear Dunlop house could make even an expert stop and think. But the ball tyre is a true innovation and could produce a lasting effect on how we think about mobility.
Wir kennen alle den Reifen der klassischen Art.
We all know what traditional tyres look like. They're black and round with a hole in the middle. But here we have something quite different. A ball. And if you consider the advantage of the ball, then you see very quickly that the mobility restrictions in a ball are very different from a traditional tyre. A ball can move in all directions. Therefore, here we have the concept of the Eagle 360, which no longer looks like a traditional tyre. It's round, it's spherical, and has a completely different surface structure. We see that it has no directional lines anywhere, not just in the tread, and so it can rotate anywhere. We are of course considering mobility in a significantly wider way. Of course, we also have the situation that the permanent rotation of wear is considerably more uniform than a conventional tyre. However, it's not only the form that makes the tyre so extraordinary. Autonomous driving makes it increasingly important to receive as much data as possible to assess the vehicle's environment optimally. But what makes the tyre really smart, and autonomous driving is indeed a very high form of intelligence, is that the tyre, and especially the surface, is full of sensors. These sensors measure the conditions, measure the road, measure temperature, measure the surface structure, and then use this information to modify its own surface structure, adjusting it so that the adhesion criteria and the performance of the tyre can be optimized locally. One very promising development from the Eagle 360 regarding to its surface is that the tyre can detect whether the road is wet or dry. This enables the tyre to react. In the dry state, thanks to a flatter profile section, the tyre provides more stability and thus performance. In wet conditions, the tread depth automatically adjusts to accommodate more water, guaranteeing optimal grip. The unusual shape of the concept tyre Goodyear Eagle 360 also requires a new way of attaching to the vehicle, but here too there are already solutions. In addition, we also see that there is something missing. The fact that there is no rim means that we must use a different method of connecting the tyre to the vehicle. We have considered utilizing the technology of magnetic levitation to achieve this. That is, we have an electric motor in there which generates a magnetic field in the socket for the wheel housing, which repels the wheels as required, creating a car which is seated on 4 balls. As a ball can rotate in all directions, this will allow for new and especially friction-free suspension designs, meaning that vehicles of the future could not only move in all directions, but also do it in a highly efficient way.
Bridgestone. It's their latest concept of an air-free tire. Well, tire, like a wheel assembly. First of all, notice the large diameter hub, so they can create these veins of thermoplastic at the length or height that they want them to be. They've got some give in them, as you can see there. They're pretty stiff, though. On the other side is another set of these veins bent the other way. And this, they say, is key and different from a lot of other designs because the tire's got two ways of supporting the vehicle's weight as it goes over terrain. Of course, you can't get a flat. Of course, you can't get a blowout. But again, like we said, that doesn't happen that often. So the other benefits here would be what? Extremely stiff in cornering. I mean, this doesn't have any give going that direction, as you can imagine. Very little. You don't have any sidewall sklosh as you're working through corners. It might even be unnerving how stiff it is. And then notice this. The tread is actually the part you replace. The wheel, unless you damage it, doesn't get replaced. All you do is basically recap it with another piece of tread, making it very environmentally friendly. You're just replacing this strip of thin tread rubber. And Resilient Technologies is focused on airless tires for military applications, where a flat can strand soldiers in a bad place. Their design uses a honeycomb of polymer veins, and they say 30% of those can be blown or shot out, and the tire will still function adequately. I find the airless tire thing fascinating because of the low maintenance, extreme durability, and it's got a nice kind of environmental footprint. We throw away a lot of tires that we have to find something to do with, and this would erase most of that.
Airless tires, no air, zippity. This thing is gonna replace your tube. You put it in there, and then you put it around. It's a hard, not hard, but kind of a medium plastic. It's actually made by the same company that makes the Croc shoes. I think there could be an excellent application for strollers and kid bikes is what they're kind of marketing to. Strollers and kid bikes definitely might have a market for that. They're always needing air, those damn little strollers, and it might work really, really well. I think it's worth a shot for a stroller. For anything else, I don't know. They do make a 26-inch size. Looks like, a big one. It's about 40 to 50 pound pressure is what it feels like on the tire. You use your old tire, and this goes inside of it. I don't know. Worth a shot. I think we'll try it out. I want you guys to never fear. The Bike Man for you is here.